Hello YouTube, it's PokeTie90 and I am here to recap all of the battles from week 1 of the UTA Season 4 majors. I have not watched any of the battles except for the one that I participated in, so this will all be new to me as I watch it, and so, it'll be like kind of react along. And then after we've watched all 8 videos, all 8 battles, then I will have a ranking for every team after week 1. So without further ado, we're going to jump right in here. So we have the first battle that was queued up. This one is Boopster versus DDA. And we have, let's see. Okay, we have Tapu Koko, Fortress, Gyarados, Volcanion, Celebi, and Komala. I think the Gyarados is Mega here. It's the only one that could Mega. I assume it's Mega. But the other side does not have a Mega with them. So that's Electrode, Cinderace, Cloyster, Melmetal, Nidoqueen, and Tornadus T. So let's see how this battle goes. We did have a pick'em this first week. I didn't do any research at all. I literally just clicked buttons to pick teams, so I don't know who I picked for this. But looking at this, I don't know, I feel like this could go either way. I like, actually I was going to say maybe Cloyster, but let's just watch and find out. Alright, so Celebi was taunted, but it just ran out and didn't get paralyzed. Okay. And then Fortress gets taunted, and Volt switches out and doesn't get paralyzed. So I don't know what ability Electrode has besides Static. Finally, he's like, I guess Taunt isn't going to help. And Earth Power for nothing. So in comes Coco on the Torn T. Yeah, we got to slow this down a little bit. Okay. So then knock off, and then doesn't knock anything off, so Coco's Z. Switched out, U-turned out, Gyarados intimidates the Nidoqueen. Electrode comes in. Waterfall. Now he Megas. Reflect. Dragon Dance. Against the Electrode, who's revealed Taunt a lot. Alright, so Volt Switch with the Electric Terrain, because that's a thing. And Crunch does nothing to Torn T and gets hurt by Rocky Helmet. Electric Terrain is down, but Reflect is still up. Komala comes in against the Torn T, who's gonna U-turn out because it would have been super effective anyways. And Melmetal comes in behind a Reflect against a Komala. I don't even know what Komala is. It is something that does 2% with a U-turn. Double Iron Bash does 20% total, and he has to switch out to Torn T. Steam Eruption. Knockoff loses its heavy duty boots, and there goes the Torn T. That's not good. Nidoqueen is up. The Reflect is staying around as long as possible. Earth Power Komala. Leftovers, so that'll be living another hit. Goes for the Wish on the rocks. Reflect is gone now. Earth Power again. And the U-turn. So Coco comes in on rocks, gets up the Electric Terrain so that Gyarados can lose to electric attacks. And Z, Mirror Move, boosts its attack sharply. No, wait. Z, Mirror Move, Z, Tectonic Rage. Okay, that's, yeah, I've not seen, okay, that was, I've not really used Z Mirror Move ever, so I did not know that. Ended up killing itself though, and then U-turn killed the Nidoqueen. So we're 5-4. Electrode with its Light Clay sets up Reflect again, Rapid Spin. Uh-oh, we've got a fast Fortress now. And light screen will last forever. Volt switch does negative. Both screens will be up for 8 turns total. Alright, taunts the Komala, so it can't... Oh, it tried to Sucker Punch, but then it can't Wish. Melmetal comes out. And he tries Sucker Punching again. But he is wasting those turns of Reflect and Light Screen, so that's good. And now he U-turns out. Fortress comes in on the Melmetal. EQ for 31. And we've got 3 and 4 turns left for screens. Cloyster comes out. Did he Volt Switch out? He didn't. He Rapid Spinned. The Volt Switch would have been clutch. Just there, but had he done it before... I don't know what he... I mean, he has things that could outspeed the Cloyster and hit it before. Although, I don't know, yeah. Not... Ugh. And Sucker Punch for half the damage. So yeah, that Cloyster... Reflect is down. Gara trying to live an Icicle Spear. That ain't gonna happen. And Light Screen's gone. Fortress trying to... Oh. HP Fire. Well, that's the end of Fortress. Rock Blast missed. Oh. And the Fire Blast didn't miss. Woof. That is a thing. Okay, Electrode comes in. It's got some screening going on. It's gonna Volt Switch out to Cinderace with the Light Screen up. Earth Power, Light Screen helps save that, but the Spadef drop does not look cute. And then the Earth Power KOs because of the Spadef drop. Melmetal, there is still 5 turns left of screens, so Earth Power doesn't do it. Double Iron Bash kills the Onion. So we just have the Volcanion left. Ooh, he switched out. I mean, the Fire Blast hit, there goes Electrode. Still the 3 turns of screens up, which obviously this isn't less than 3 turns. Does Melmetal survive? Oh, he gets burnt. So now EQ doesn't kill. The screens are still up though. So now Fire Blast, yeah, and he missed the Fire Blast. Oh my god. Oh, wow. So, you know, some hacks in multiple directions with that. Yeah, I mean, the Rock Blast missed, the Fire Blast missed. Kinda, you know, doesn't make up differential. If the Rock Blast doesn't miss, then there's never an opportunity for anything else. He just wins. So, yeah, I'm seeing in the commentary KHD saying it should have been 4-0 DDA. It was like, well, if you remove both hacks, yes. I'm going to say they evened out and DDA still got the win, but overall, that was a solid match. So we're going to go on to next one that we have queued up here. Oh, always need it in the dark mode. So we have Atlanta Aerodactyls versus Kyrak. Some interesting mons here. I'm going to assume that we have 2 megas. I mean, you know, I gotta rep my boy Blacephalon after last season. I think he even is Z, so I hope you can do some wild things like I did with it. So let's just jump into it. Alright, Bulu to Stunfisk versus the Vikavolt. He got webs up, he got rocks up, so we got some HP for not the worst damage. Discharge is the worst damage. But double healing, another HP, and Pain Split for some more healing, and then double healing. So, yeah, this is a unique situation. Clefable, Pain Split, And so Stunfisk is back up. Oh, we've both got leftovers. So Stunfisk is back up to 100 now. He has his own rocks up. Discharge, going for that para, getting that para against Clefable, which is awesome because everybody hates Clefable. He still gets his wish off. We defog and get rid of all of those things, and he is fully para'd. So we'll find out, does he have like a heal bell or aromatherapy thing, whichever of those he can get. We won't find out because he's para'd again. And air slash para, oh, he does have heal bell, but yeah, so he got through the flinch and para, but not this time. He has flinched, and he has flinched again. His leftovers are hurting a lot of this. Flinched again. And switches out to Xurkitree to take a hit, which is not ironic. And then switches, does the double out to Vikavolt versus the Bulu, who has Light Screen, set up webs again. There's Leech Seed. Volt switches out on Leech Seed, so he doesn't get any of that. And then Honchcrow's in. Stunfisk comes in on the Honchcrow, takes the Brave Bird well, gets the para with static. Man, the Stunfisk just wants everything paralyzed. I love it. Clef comes back in on the Stealth Rock. Oh, you could have went for an attack and got a para again. Alright, so this Clef is still alive. Para for the discharge for the 16. Oh, if he'd have gone para, or I keep calling discharge para because it's basically that. Oh, and Earth Power doesn't get the kill. Ah. I just hate Clefable. Alright, so Moonblast there does very little. And now we're back to this situation, and then we switch out on the rocks. And everyone's at 100 again. And we set up a light screen, there's a wish, he gets Vika in for free, gets the reflect. So double screens versus Vika. He's gonna use the sticky web. Nope, he's gonna volt switch out and damage the Dracovish. Alright, Vicious Rend does nothing at all, and he loses his Choice Scarf. Because Tentacruel, too strong. Vicious Rend, yeah. He has a chance to 3-hit, but he gets burnt. Because 1 Scald equals 1 burn. So then he goes for Psychic Fang again, but it's immune, so then yeah, we got a Sucker Punch and a Vicious Rend. Even burnt, it does 38. So we're going to switch out on Sucker Punch or Roost? Nope, Sucker Punch, okay. So there's the Roost on Stealth Rocks. And now he's going to switch out to Clef, who got parried. Okay. Is he going to go straight for the heal bell as he should? Oh, never mind. Okay, I thought it was going to be Togekiss again, but no, he went out to Blissef. And he doesn't Z, he just Flamethrowers and kills the Tentacruel and gets the Beast Boost. Okay. And here comes Honchcrow, but we know he has Sucker Punch. If you had Sub, that would have been beautiful, but I'll teach you about them Blissef strats someday. Alright, so switching the Togekiss on the Roost, then switch out and switch in the Stunfisk on the Taunt. So now Vikavolt, one of his 2 electric types, is coming in since you're taunted. And now just sack that, and he went for HP and not for setup. Alright, Blissef is in. Flamethrower does 45 to Clef. And then kills Clef with a crit the next turn. Gets the Spatak boost. Okay, now again. Oh, we're gonna just die to Sucker Punch. Okay. I mean, that's a choice. And then Moxie. I didn't know that had Moxie. I didn't even know Honchcrow was a thing. But yeah, he Roosts, Discharge, Paras, because it has a higher chance of Para than Scald does a burn. Not really, but they're both 100. And then we kill it because it can't Roost. Alright, and now the Lope is not Mega-ing. Is it not Mega Lope? Or is non-Mega Limber? Oh. I think non-mega is limber, and he didn't KO it there when he did mega. Ugh. So he got staticked, he's got +2, but he's slow now, and I don't know that this thing can kill it anyways. Oh yeah, it has player Ufta. Okay, so that kills it. And Vikavolt, back to Bulu. Ooh, Bulu. Okay. Takes the T-Bolt well. Doesn't get parried. Okay, sets up a screen, there's a web. Misses a Leech Seed, and there's the hidden power, not poison. Super effective, but it can't be poison if that's... I guess, I mean, it's light screen up, but... Alright, so... Just gonna Horn Leech, and we're gonna have everyone take little amounts of damage. Alright, Reflect is down. There's the Leech Seed on the Volt Switch out, so that it doesn't mean anything. And the hidden power does kill that. He gets this attack boost. In comes that, who loses speed. Sucker Punch does not kill. Oof. And Togekiss dies. So solid match. Lot of craziness. I mean, that's Stunfisk. Man, that was too strong. But yeah, I enjoyed watching that. That was pretty wild. I mean, I hate Clef, so I'm glad that it got hacked a bit. I wish it did go down right at the beginning, but otherwise, yeah. So we're gonna jump right into our next match. Here we are. Let's go Dark. So we've got KHD and Flygon. Got some pretty rad teams here. Like me, this group here. Don't mind the others, but I mean, those three are all pretty rad. And then over here we got the Mammo. Is cool, and I like Sharpedo, and I don't even know what a Genesect is, so here we go. Alright, so Staraptor versus Aggron, who's Mega Aggron, who takes 6% from a U-turn and sets up rocks. And then we're going to let Turtonator switch right out to Sharpedo on the Umbreon, and then runs right away to Vaporeon. Alright, and now Volcarona switches in on the Vaporeon, because that's how that works, and immediately goes for Quiver Dance. The Wish got that up to full, and then runs right away against the Brave Bird, and yeah, and back to Vaporeon. Okay, we're just playing the switching game. Heavy Slam does 30 to Vaporeon, which is actually more than I would expect, because it's Vaporeon. But then Umbreon switches out, and more of the Wish, and we're stuck at this forever. This is why they implemented a 20-minute timer. Oh, Toxic. Oh my gosh, a turn when I'm on 2 months stayed in. Yeah, this is why they implemented a timer in the switch. Oh, I didn't switch it to slow. That's why I'm like, I have to rush. Okay, so you had Wish, Rapid Spin, and now Vaporeon comes in. Foul Play, does not do anything. Okay, so we Toxic and Wish. Now, does he have Heal Bell? Nope, he's going to switch out. And he failed to protect. Alright, and Swellow comes in on the boosted attack Genesect, who U-turned out. And now we have Bird versus Bird, and one bird got burnt. So Burnt Bird versus Unburnt Bird, and Unburnt Bird killed other bird. And now Slowbro comes in to take a U-turn. Nope, he must be choiced. Oh yeah, he outsped Swallow. He's got to be Scarfed then. Alright, so Scald just Water Absorb to make Vaporeon not dead. And now Gengar comes in. Well, if all this Vaporeon ever does is Wish, then I guess it's fine. We can switch in the least bulky, not very effective things against Vaporeon, like Volcarona, and now Gengar. And T-Bolt does nothing, and that's back up to full. And now Umbreon comes in, takes a Flamethrower, no Synchronet, or no Burn. Okay. Misses the Willow on Umbreon. Don't think that matters. Because, yeah, it would negate the leftovers, but he's gotta have heal. Then switches out to Staraptor. Probably expecting the Volcarona coming in. Aggron comes in, takes another Brave Bird. And then Aggron goes for the EQ and does 37 to Vaporeon. Another EQ would take it down where it would die. Yeah, if he'd have just gone for EQ, the Wish, he would have, I think he would have died. He'd have been 3 plus 6 and then minus the second turn Toxic. Yeah, he would have been dead. But, okay, so here we are. Quiver Dancing on the Vaporeon. And Quiver Dancing a second time as we switch in the Turtonator, who's going to get the Wish and then get the Toxic. And Fiery Dance. Stone Edge killed. Done. That's a very disappointing Volcarona this time around. And now Slowbro comes in and gives HP back to Vaporeon a second time. Okay, 32 with a Psyshock. And went for Scald. I mean, he expected Turtonator to come in, I guess, but Genesect comes in, gets the Spatak boost, and takes nothing from Psyshock, and does Infinite with Dark Pulse, and doesn't get a flinch though, and then dies to Flamethrower. Okay. So, don't know anything about Genesect, but I know it's dead. And then Vaporeon comes in, and now we're gonna switch Regenerator, Umbreon, Wish, Wish, Wish. Yeah, switch to Mamoswine, and then there was Wish, of course, and now EQ for 50, Foul Play for 56, leftover, or no, Wish, and then leftover, so he's back up to 100. Mamoswine will die if it stays in, so he's gonna switch out to Vaporeon, and we Wish again instead of just switching to the thing that can handle Vaporeon. This Vaporeon is annoying me if you can't tell. So, Turtonator, Foul Play doesn't do much to that. And he gets the Wish to go back to full, and then the first turn of Toxic again. And finally burn to the Umbreon, and Synchronize fails because it's already Toxic over there. Yeah, so, oh, he doesn't, yeah, Wish, Toxic, Foul Play, Protect, so he does not have Heal Bell. So, that does matter that he missed the Foul Play earlier, or the Will-O-Wisp earlier. I assumed he had the Heal Bell at the time. Alright, EQ, and now does Aggron not speed? No, he just switches out. He doesn't care if he does or not. And Willow on the Slowbro. And now he's going to switch out. This is Sharpedo. And that switches out to Gengar. Oof. And it goes for Mega. And Aqua Jet. And it won't be a two-shot. Curse Body. Can't go for Aqua Jet anymore. Thunderbolt dead. That's unfortunate. I mean, he died, so it wasn't like that big a deal. Had he had Protect, he would have got the speed boost. I'd have liked to see what could have happened at that point, but... Alright, Slowbro. And he went for the Psyshock this time. He didn't give Vaporeon more HP. So he's probably... Oh, he just went for Wish, so you can kill him here, yeah. And finally, that thing is dead. And now he needs to switch into someone who doesn't die to one Slowbro attack. Yeah, knockoff, so it kills that. So there goes Slowbro, and now Mamoswine gets the wish, so he's back to not full, 99. Alright, and now Aggron comes in. He can take an Earthquake, of course. So Turtonator comes in. Kills... No, doesn't kill the Turtonator. Does only 8%. And Toxic doesn't kill it. Oh my god. So now Umbreon comes in on what was a good predicted Willow. And stays at 6% damage and kills that with Toxic. So Mamo's out now. And we saw this before. Why are we Oh, to see what he's choiced into. Superpower. So now, assuming that was scouting for choice. Okay, so then Staraptor, you know, is coming in on Gengar. And he went for Sludge Wave. Oh, so he must be... Okay. Yeah, he's Scarfed. Okay. So... And he has to go for EQ. Curse Body. Oh, Curse Body even disabling. That's definitely GG then. So he's going to have to struggle. Loses a bunch and Foul Play kills it, yeah. Oh, well, I mean, Foul Play would have killed it, but we went for Toxic with the chance to miss instead. Delaying the inevitable. And yet again, but okay, well, Flygon got the win there. Gengar was pretty cool there, which was good. Let's see what. So KHG has Mienshao and Superior, who didn't come that week. Interesting. I mean, Superior can never ever touch Mega Aggron, and Mienshao could be good, but if it gets burnt. But yeah, I mean that definitely helps deal with that thing. So interesting. Alright, and we're going to do one more match, and then I'm going to take a quick break, and then I'll do the others. So you won't see the break, but I will know the break, and maybe be in a better focus. Alright, so here we have Burger and North Stream. So we have the Magearna, Garchomp. We have a pretty cool team here. Guessing that's Mega Pidgeot there, because one would never use regular Pidgeot. Then over here, got some pretty crazy stuff. I'm guessing that is X. Doesn't really make sense to be Y with this. You know, shout out to some of my favorite mons here, and Jirachi, Lele, and Chestnut too, so cool. Alright, remember to go slow and play. Alright, so we're doing Raikou and Ribombee. Ribombee has like 126 speed, so it needs sticky webs. And T-Bolt does a lot. And he's gonna switch right out to Alamamala, who takes 60 from a T-Bolt. Leftovers, okay. We gonna just kill this with the T-Bolt again? No, he's gonna protect. But this Raikou does not care one bit. Ribombee comes out and will die to T-Bolt. Yeah. Raikou does not have time for that. So now here comes Lele, and we're gonna Thunder Wave it. So Sire Shock immediately annihilates Raikou. Okay, and we Rapid Spin away the webs, and then full para on the Lele. And Alamamala comes out. Alomamola, I know, but I like Alamamala, or Alamalamalamalamalamalama. Okay, so Shaman comes in on a Wish, and then Jirachi comes in. Of course it does. And a Leech Seed. Ooh, I like that. Alright, so Jirachi's seated, and U-turns right out, which is expected. And Earth Power does nothing. And Chestnut is obviously slower and is leftovers. So Pidgeot comes back, or comes in on a Spike, and Alamamola comes in. Pidgeot goes Mega and goes Hurricane and only does 40% to Alomomola. And gets the confusion on the second one, so has a good chance of, oh, well, still has a good chance of killing. If he doesn't protect, yep, he can't protect, so he dies. Okay, Jirachi comes in. No, just hard switches out near U-turn. Alright, so Starmie takes a Spike and an Iron Head, which 20%, 21%. And Iron Head. So Jirachi is Scarfed then. So you want to stay and do one more Iron Head to show you that before switching out to Chestnut, and then Garchomp comes in. And we've Toxiced and Leech Seeded, so interesting trade. And Stealth Rocked and Rock Tombed. Again, interesting turn. I'm liking it. Okay, so now he switches out to Shaman, and Woodhammer does nothing. Oof, and a lot of toxic damage. And stays in on a Dazzling Gleam to set up another layer of spikes. And now he's gonna die this turn if he stays in, and he does, and he dies to the Earth Power, which could have been a roll, because I think it did 12% last time. So, Charizard, comes in on rocks, ouch. Starmie comes in, takes 2 levels of spikes, and Zard roosts without Mega-ing. And now Megas. Takes the Psychic Well. And just goes for a Dragon Claw instead of a setup. Which means things. So, Pidgeot to Lele, Hurricane to basically dead, and he's got to be Spec, so he's dead, yeah. And now Rachi comes in after he's revealed the Heat Wave, which obviously he has Heat Wave, but he switches right out because he knows that Rachi is Scarfed, and Scarf Rachi Ice Punches the Garchomp, who is Rough Skin Rocky Helmet, but is also dead. And now Magearna can come in for free because Rachi is stuck in Ice Punch. He's gonna go for the Ice Punch, he gets the crit, he gets the freeze. Oof. So now he switches out to the Zard and gets the Thaw and the Shift Gear. Yikes. So this is probably GG. Oh, and yeah, Z Magearna is allowed. So Z Twinkle Tackle is Z dead Charizard. And now at +2/+1/+1. I don't think a Scarf Rachi, I mean it outspeed, so it could flinch. It did get 1 flinch, it needs 1 more flinch. It got 1 more flinch. Could this be it? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Mega Pidgeot comes in. This will take 1. Okay, it'll take 2. Okay, he didn't get the flinch there. I was like, jeez. Okay. Whew. So that was... Man, that was nerve-wracking towards the end, but Burger got the win there. I mean, I think if Zard, when the Starmie came in, if Zard would have gone for a Dragon Dance there, we could have had a very different world. But, which is, you know, Zard is one of the very few Firemons that can do that, or I guess not Fire, but one of the few, Fire and few Dragonmons, because it doesn't have to worry about getting burnt like other dragons do, or being hit super effective like other fires do. So it's kind of the perfect mon to, you know, set up on Starmie, which I just know from using a Megazard X before in Draft League, that I remember being like, oh wait, Starmie actually can't really do much to me, so it was perfect bait. But yeah, so let's just jump into the next battle here. Alright, so our next battle here is Mad Max and Spooks. Spooks Light, I guess. But yeah, so here's our teams. We have the Incineroar that was like tier 4, something ridiculous. I was definitely aiming for that. But yeah, kind of pretty cool squad here. I'm liking this. This is definitely nice variation. And then down here we've got, some other cool things. I'm a fan of the apple pie and Mega Beedrill. I mean, not the most fan of Mega Beedrill. Shout out to my video back when Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby came out, and they had the new Megas, and Beedrill was one of them. And I did the video after everyone was like, "Oh, Beedrill's gonna be the best thing ever," and I did a video saying how Mega Alakazam would be, or is better, and was better then, and I agree with all of that. And yeah, so all right. Well, anyways, let's jump into this battle. I gotta say I think I'm rooting for the apple pie here, but I like this team overall better, but I like apple pie. So here we go. Also, I'm not going to be leaning over this way as much as I was before because I realized that I can put the mic right in front of me and it is low enough with the camera that I don't think you can see it. So, alright, Rocks versus a Grass Knot, and in comes that to Zeraora to take a Hurricane and a Confusion. And then switch right back out to Seismitoad. And here comes Apple Pie. Oh, which is named American Pie. I prefer Apple Pie. America doesn't taste very good. So, takes an Ice Punch. Who cares how super effective that might be? Not Apple Pie. So he goes for a Curse. And then takes the Toxic. Oh, Weakness Pulse. Yeah, that would have been rad. But, okay. So, got Toxic, went for Body Press, and then in comes that thing that can probably hard counter this. Yeah, because Seed Bomb does 4% at +1. Or 6% at +1. Not leftovers for the Burb. So, in comes Milotic, who doesn't have its boost up. So, Brave Bird still only does 27. And now he gets his burn. And then he's going to go for a Scald to try to give you a burn, and no burn for you, and then U-turn does nothing. Okay. So in comes Haxorus. Haxorus is the Maxorus, and we'll see if that can handle Milotic at 48%. It can with the Dragon Claw. I don't know if Mold Breaker gets through that ability. I think it does. So in comes the Beedrill, the Mega Beedrill, who U-turns out for 61. And sends an Appleton to die to Dragon Claw. They're saying in the commentary it's banded damage. Yeah, does Mole Breaker go through Marble Scale? That is a question that I do not know the answer to. So, if you want to let me know in the comments below, that would be cool. If they don't let me know in the chat right this turn, which it does. Okay. So, back to the battle. Beyblade gets Toxic and goes for the Rapid Spin to get the boost and rid of the rocks and rid of the Seismitoad if he doesn't switch out. Goes for a High Jump Kick. Wow, that was necessary. Alright, it takes more Toxic damage. And in comes the Burb. And High Jump Kick again for 32 before Roost. Yeah. And more Toxic damage, and is he going to Brave Bird or Roost again? U-turns, none of the above, okay. Incineroar. Oh, the Hitmontop is not Intimidate. Wow, and U-turns out for Zeraora. And Plasma Fists. I mean, U-turn, or Volt Switch was free there, but I guess he doesn't have Volt Switch, okay. So, U-turn out to Torn on the Plasma Fist to die. Okay. Wow, so Incineroar, I guess Victini must be scarfed if you switch out to Victini there. And Focus Blast, crit, doesn't kill Incineroar. Earthquake doesn't kill that. Focus Blast, non-crit is enough though. And Zeraora. Oh no, Zeraora can outspeed the Victini. He's not scarfed, so unless Zeraora is scarfed, which would be wild, but it's not because it switched. Alright, so Beedrill knocks off the Rocky Helmet because that was necessary at that point, and then dies to Brave Bird. So we've got a 4-0 win. Yeah, we got a 4-0 win for Spook's Light. Yeah, I mean, that Corviknight's pretty crazy. I was looking at it if it came back to me for the second round, but that definitely didn't happen. But yeah, so Corviknight, cool. Sorry that Apple Pie didn't win, but as I said in the comments, Weakness Policy would have been cool, so run that next time. I will automatically move you up in the ranks if you run Weakness Policy Apple Pie. Okay. So here we have Tweelephant versus AL76Al. So here we have... Oh, I was like, what on earth is that? That is part of the Galarian Wheezing that is all the way down here instead of over where it belongs. But yeah, I mean, I love me some Gudras and Weavile. Over here, I mean, Avalugg, Nidoking. Okay, so... yeah, let's just see what happens. Okay. No music? Okay, I guess we're not getting music for this one. We'll try one more time. Play. No? Okay. Sorry. We are going to try one more time because I really want music. Otherwise, we're going to go fast. Okay. Well, we have music here, but we're still going to go normal because that team is pretty stally. So Avalugg comes in and takes a U-turn from Lando T out for Rotom Heat, who overheats a Gastrodon for negative damage. And then has to obviously hard switch to Gudra, who takes a Scald, resists, get burnt. Alrighty, and no leftovers for Gudra. He's going to protect on Toxic. And then switch out to Lando T. And switch out to Clefairy. And then Sableye, who gets crit Earthquaked. But now are you taking a Willow? Nope, you're switching out to Rotom Wash and Recover. And Gastro switches... Wait, Trick doesn't affect the opposing Gastrodon? Oh, so it is... Z Gastrodon or... Oh, Sticky Hold. Ah. He says smart, but also I don't know the rest of Tweelephant's team, but I don't see him running water offensive based on Al's team right now and Tweelephant's team that he brought. Alright, so Encore, but you gotta... Oh, must do an Encore, so he's stuck in the rest. And then knock off on the Galarian Wheezing. And then in comes the Nidoking, who is immune to Toxic. Sludge Wave is neutral. Fire Blast is also neutral, I suppose. And Ice Punch is a murdering attack. So now the Lando T comes in, gets the Intimidate, forces the switch to Zapdos, and then U-turns out, of course. Okay, Gudra comes back. And Infestation's Clefairy. And then Flamethrower's Clefairy, who teleports out to Nidoking, who Ice Punches Gudra and just straight Okos that thing. Wow. I mean, 88%, but yeah, wow. Okay, so some extra switches. Flash Cannon. Extra switches. And Weavile on a Gastrodon. You know Scald is coming. You know Scald is burning. Knock off the Avalugg, but at this point, low kick. Avalugg's so fat. I mean, Weavile's burnt, but... And then body press. Avalugg, too fat. I mean, that burn was rough, but also, I mean, the prediction, you gotta know that Gastrodon was going for Scald. I'm not saying he had a better switch necessarily, I wasn't really paying attention to that, but I'm like, oh, Weavile didn't get a chance. Don't worry, it'll get a chance next week, maybe. So Z, all out pummeling, kills the Avalugg from the 52 that it was at. Lando's already down below half. We've got a recover, 57, yeah, why not? I mean, 60, no. Okay, so Lando's gonna die now. So then there were 2 versus the 5. Zapdos already can take this hidden power grass. It's gotta be grass for the Goodra. And roosts everything up. Volt Switch immune. Scald. Doesn't burn special attackers, that's its trick. And then Rotom Heat. Without boots, just dies. We're back to Cobalion. And doesn't... Oh, I guess he's got a B choiced. Yeah. I was gonna say, why doesn't he go for the HP Grass? Oh, and double misses the Focus Blast just for insult. So, you know, some unfortunate luck for Twee. I don't know, just a couple plays weren't great there, and then Al definitely had that, Scald burn luck on the, if it doesn't burn the first try on Weavile. I don't know what Weavile said is, if there's anything it could possibly do to Oko a Gastrodon at that point, but, you know, could be in his favor to make it a little better. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Go back. Okay. So here we have the second to last match. So we have Box Turtle Gaming versus Teal Cypress 3011. Play. Okay. So we have a Diancie, who will be a Mega Diancie, versus the Pyukumuku. We have an Iron Defense and a Substitute. We're next gen stats here. Or not stats, but next gen. Toxic is bounced back to itself. And then Pecha. Okay, so Ditto becomes a Celesteela. Box forgot Magic Bounce was a thing. And Leash Seed misses. Ugh, off to not a good start. Alright, so block, but it failed. Taunt. And Pursuit to Silvally Dark. Multi-attack Dark does negative damage to Toxapex. But of course we just parting shot out, because that's what Silvally does best. Into the Celesteela on a Toxic Spike. Not a burn. Ditto comes in and copies Celesteela again. So I guess it understands what can it do to itself. Leech Seeds one another. Now you know that Ditto's gotta switch out to Salazzle. And we're gonna Leech Seed Salazzle as well. Okay. Now that's gonna switch out and Blissy's gonna get poisoned. And Toxic fails because he is regular poisoned. So... yeah, there was no one on Fox's roster who could have switched in and not... oh, I guess if Celesteela comes in and he has the ability to poison anything, that's the reason to go for poison versus any other move. Although I think just double fire would have killed Celesteela. Alright, so taunt can't be used after taunt. And then gets hit with a pursuit again. Now into Celesteela. And block, but it failed. And taunt. Celesteela keeps trying to block Spiritomb. I don't know, there are many unique plays this battle. Some from each side. Alright, so we've got a Pain Split to get Spiritomb back up. Donphan's Lumberry. Tell me he's not planning on spinning against Spiritomb. Okay. I was quite concerned. Alright, so he Toxic the Spiritomb. Yeah. Okay, Earthquake, Shadow Ball, and Spadef drop on the Shadow Ball. That's unfortunate. But he did switch out. Ah, 1 HP! And because he gets the speed boost and he's not toxic or anything. Oh, why didn't you just Earthquake and kill it? Oh. Could have killed that Ditto. Okay, Heal Bell cures poisons. And lets him get another round of spikes. No, he does a switch out to Slazzle on the Celesteela. Okay, Pyukumuku comes out and takes Flamethrower well. Gets Toxicked. And Baton passes out. Goes for Mega. Goes for Z Inferno Overdrive, does 70%. Does he go for Recover? He does not. He goes for Knockoff. And it gets killed. Alright, so we have Silvally, which can't do anything to Toxapex, but it can Parting Shot. Parting Shot out. I don't get why Celesteela is the one to come in on Toxapex, though. I mean, well, now he blocked Ditto, so Ditto can't escape. And now Ditto is stuck just using Leech Seed. And, yeah, yeah, it's Scarf. You know it has to use Leech Seed only. I'm not really sure. Heavy Slam does 10%. Okay, so but he goes from 33. Yeah, because his HP is lower because he doesn't copy your HP. So he's gaining 3%. Yeah. So now he's going to Leech Seed. But that thing has a lot of base HP as well. Yeah. Parting Shot out. Oh, I like that. Yeah, so... oh, Blissey, do not give him one turn of... oh my gosh, of Blissey. Ugh. Okay. So now he has to switch... oh, because block... yeah, you didn't block him in. You could have... okay. Alright, so Pain Split, Protect, Toxic. Okay, so now he's gonna pain split again. So who has the least HP? Okay. We're just letting things live here. Celestial is taunted, that's fine. Alright, Spirit Team's gotta switch out. It's Salazar. And he knows that he doesn't have Earthquake at this point. Whether or not we've seen... No, we've seen all 4 moves, yeah. Flamethrower. Okay, so... Ditto comes in, but he has Ditto HP, so you might be able to kill it with a Seismic Toss, but you went for Heal Bow. Alright, well, Seismic Toss did kill it there after it used Wish, and it's Ditto's HP that was wished. He protects. Gets HP. I mean, Teal is making the most of the decisions that are being made in this battle. That's certainly true. Okay. So Celesteela comes in. Taunt. Does this thing have Willow? No, it doesn't have Willow. It has... It chooses to have Taunt instead of Willow. Which, I mean, is working out fairly well for it. Pain Split actually gives HP this time, and he's going to take a lot more from Toxic. Yeah. So, Mega Diancie comes in and sub. Moonblast will kill that sub, and what does the Cucumber do? It taunts itself. Yeah, and then Rock's finally getting up. Okay, Spirit Team's down, but Spadef boost, I guess, could help against Pex if he thinks he can... Oh, Haze, yeah. And Leech Seed, that's what the block is. Oh, and he has Serp instead of Scald, I guess because he wants to definitely poison things, and he's planning on the Salazzle poisoning things. Oh man. I understand the block, but this is going to take infinite time. Yeah, he hasn't revealed recover yet, so he hasn't used any of the PP for recover yet. Okay, well, we've got to switch this to fast now for... Oh, okay, he gave up on that. I mean, the Celesteela's moveset, he would have ended up struggling before anything came to be. Okay. So now is this Mix Mega? Diamond Storm. Heal Bell. Oh, he got his wish already, okay. Iron Defense. Not a Protect there. Oh, he just went another wish. Iron Defense again. Can that body press now? No, he switches out after 2 Iron Defenses. And then Seismic tosses the Toxapex. Not sure what the haze was about. Seismic toss. Oh my god. Okay, back to clicking fast. Okay, he's switched out again. So Box is switching out of all of these. I mean, he gave a full wish to Cucumber, but I don't think that's. And now he's got a sub behind. Oh, and Mew finally makes an appearance. I didn't even realize that's been sitting back there forever. Alright, well, as I was about to say though, Box has all of these stall matches of things being trapped or blocked or, you know, whatever. Just something where you stall it out and there's a chance that it can win, and he's bailing on it before giving it a chance to do anything. Like against the Diancie last time, who was setting up the Iron Defenses, who he bailed, but... Alright, well, there's the Diamond Storm. Alright, well, this match should be a lot closer than it's going to end up being. I mean, a few of the sets were not great, but really I feel like Box had the potential to make this a very close match, and just had some questionable decisions. We're gonna hyper fast this now. Oh, he switches out. See, again, he's making these switch outs before that's necessary, or in this case, like, helpful. He could have stayed in a little longer until that talk spikes get a little lower, and then. But yeah, I mean, there's. Yeah, just no way that. Teal isn't coming away with the win on this. Yeah, turn 100. Glad that I'm watching after the fact and not live. Alright, Celestial gonna end up struggling before this is over, or if Toxapex just stays in, it's not. Yeah. Glad I'm not watching this live so I can hyperspeed it, and glad that I am watching it with mine. Okay. Almost there. I just... Celestial, get to the struggle already, come on. Okay, that's taken care of. And then the last match, which I do know about because there I am. And there's my team. And I did the live comm of my match, so if you want to watch that, you can watch that on my channel. It will be the last video that was posted. But now we're going to just play this, and we'll probably switch to fast mode, although it didn't take that many turns, so maybe you can watch it in normal mode. But yeah, we'll just real quick, no need for me to narrate much of my match, we'll just play it since we played all the others. So I did the calc on that Volt switch out, and it seemed no investment, so he was one of the defenses down, and Scarfed was my idea by that point. Alright, so Sylveon getting behind the sub against the P2, which was the plan, and here we go. Sylveon. And now we get to find out the Evire. So he goes for the physical attack, and he lives the +1 Hyper Voice with 2 HP left. But he switches out, and I switch out because I figure he has a chance to do major damage and possibly kill me. I don't know, but I'd rather save that Sylveon because he can do work, as we've seen. So I knock off the Eviolite on the P2, which is perfect, and I poison it even. T-Bolt, not unaware, but don't care, because we're going to switch into Arcanine, who is pretty expendable at this point. And I go for the Iron Head in case the Florges comes in, but then I just die to the Rocky Helmet, which is fine. So then Sylveon comes in, Florges comes out, gonna set that sub up. He Moonblast, which doesn't take out one sub, and I Calm Mind. Moonblast again, which does take out that sub. Now I get to +2/+2. He goes for Toxic because he is faster than me. I set up my sub behind the Toxic, but come on. Do you really think I'm sub Calm Mind and not Heal Bell? Have you seen me battle? So, get up some more Calm Minds. I know he won't be able to kill it yet, so more Calm Minds. And then I wasn't sure, yep, he did kill it there, so I get my Calm Mind up. Gets that Toxic, so I get my sub. And now here's where, yeah, so he goes for the Moonblast. I get my Heal Bell. Goes for the Moonblast. I get my Calm Mind, and now I know this last Moonblast will kill the sub. Sorry, will not kill the sub there. I expect it to kill the sub, and I went for the Hyper Voice because I knew the Hyper Voice wouldn't kill him, but I know he's going to kill the sub here on the 4th Moonblast. So I get my sub up there when going for sub when I had sub up, which the audience went crazy about. And now at max, behind a sub, yeah, he can break the sub with the Evire, and then he can die with the Evire. Mandibuzz comes out, and I'm like, if he has like Brave Bird and gets crits and stuff, but he doesn't. He has Foul Play, which does nothing. It literally does nothing after the leftovers. Then Latias, and he goes for a Calm Mind, so I'm guessing he didn't have the Psyshock. But that dies. And didn't go Mega, did it? No. And Hyper Voice. Oh, I didn't even realize it didn't go Mega at the time. But yeah, so Sylveon. Yeah, Sylveon, too strong. But that was my match, so give me a sec to write out my rankings for everyone's teams, for everyone's performance after that first week. Alright guys, so I'm back. I have spent some time looking at those battles and my feelings about them after watching them exactly once, and so I came up with this ranking. Obviously it won't be perfect. If you disagree, that's totally cool. This is just based on looking at that one battle and my thoughts on how they built and mostly how they played the teams. So here we are with the rankings. I have the overall position that I rank them in, who the coach is, their record, their differential, where they were ranked last week. So this time it'll be based on my power rankings before the season, and then any movement that they had. I didn't rank myself in last week. Going into week 1, I did not rank myself in my original power rankings, but I do think that I did the best in week 1, having, both tied for the highest differential, but also I think my opponent played better than the other person who finished at +5. No shade, just I don't think that Critic did poorly against me from a play standpoint. He didn't have a way to handle my setup, and that's my jam, but I don't think that he played poorly to the extent that I think the other +5 was assisted by poor play and decision against it. But obviously it's only 1 week, so plenty of things can change. But here is my ranking for everyone to see. So we have myself at number 1, Al, Spooks, Flygon, Burger, Teal, DDA, Lord Yamask, Lucas, Boopster, Kyrak, KHD, Northstream, Mac Critic, Twee Elephant, and Box. As you can see, it isn't always going to be just based on differential. If the differential was kind of a gift based on poor play, that might change the position a little bit. And then after we get into later weeks, it may not even be 100% based on record. If someone barely loses to a really tough opponent and then someone else does technically get a win to have a better record, but it's against someone who just plays horribly, that could be weighted differently. So we'll just have to wait and see once that happens, but just don't expect it to always be, everyone who has the most wins is always up top. It may end up that way, it may not. It just depends on how they do in the battles. But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this and are enjoying my content for the UTA. I have my team builder that'll be coming up soon because I'm having my battle tomorrow night, and so then that battle will be up probably the day after. Let's see, tomorrow's Thursday, so yeah, Thursday night I should have my team builder up, and then Friday I should have my battle up. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.